So we're skipping through a little bit here because it's a very tiny room, very tiny space I'm working in, and so it's very difficult for me to position the camera and get angles, you know. I'm going to just tell you what I did. We've been spackling, or I've been spackling everything, the ceiling, the walls, and I went over it 3 times. And now I'm in the process of applying the drywall paint, and so it's just like a gray color, but we are going to be putting in like a white paint on top of it. And this corner you're looking at right now is where the shower will be. So I just got finished doing 1 coat on this side. Now I'm going to do this side, and then actually I want to do the ceiling first. I'll try and get a shot of that if I can, but like I said, it's only like 7.5 feet by 6 feet, not even. So, you know, it's very, very difficult. So, but we'll do the best we can. Let me move you over here. We might also do some kills. We don't know yet, which is kills is basically a paint that is a primer that is made to prevent moisture from building up. But this here hopefully will be enough, but we might still do the kills regardless because it is a bathroom. So, and we did use drywall because it was the cheapest way to go in terms of the remodeling, you know. But it's looking pretty decent. It turned out all right. The parts all around the edge of the top here, we're going to be putting trim molding all the way around. And so, you know, we'll apply some silicones behind it, and then we'll put those in, and then they'll be painted and everything. But that's what we're going to do, and it will disguise any kind of defect along the joints, because I didn't want to sit there and tape and do all that. So I left that kind of still rough because we're going to cover that up anyway. So and then once we get the ceiling done and painted and finished, we can put our lights up, because we have 2 lights that we bought here for the bathroom. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to go ahead and keep going here. I'll get the ceiling painted, and I guess you're getting a pretty good shot with the with my GoPro over here. So we'll try and see how much I can show you, but I'll just do a little bit, and then 1 coat, and then I'll go back and do a 2nd coat, because it's going to need at least a couple of coats. Alright, once that's dry a minute, let's keep going over here with the wall. Goes pretty quick because it's a small room, so it doesn't take that long really. Things are getting a little delayed. We made a mistake on ordering our shower because we ordered it online, and then it turns out we ordered the wrong size, so we had to cancel that order. The order was already shipped, so they had to intercept it and then send it back. So that means for this entire time, which is like 10 days now already and counting, you know, we've had to wait for that shower that we had ordered to be returned to the factory, to the shipper, so that we can have our credit back, a refund. And so we have to wait for that refund, you know. So that's what we're doing. We're waiting on the refund, and hopefully it will come in today. And if that's the case, tonight when Pink gets done with their work, we're going to go to Lowe's and pick one up locally, because we don't want to wait another week, or so, 10 days to get another shower delivered. So we're just gonna go pick it up, and hopefully we can fit it in the van, because we have very tiny doors in the back. It's a pretty big van, but lengthwise I know it's going to fit. I'm concerned about the width of the box. So what we might have to end up doing is take it out of the box in order for us to be able to bring it home. As you can probably tell, the chickens are busy laying. I'm not quite sure I understand why the treated lumber is cheaper than standard lumber by a lot. Like the same board will cost me like $8+ and we spent like under $5, I think, for one of these. So that's a big difference, It adds up. Oh, she must have laid a big one. So I'm doing the back side first, so it can dry, and then we're going to do the front side as well, and all the edges. Keep that moisture from getting into the wood, Because eventually we're going to be adding this trim to the entire cabin. That's the plan. That is the goal. We want to have trim on our ceilings, on, all along the edges of the walls, or of the ceiling, where the ceiling meets the wall. Okay, so what I did here, I put the trim up with my nail gun, and then I caulked top and bottom so that nothing gets in, no moisture, nothing. I caulked everything and it's ready for painting. I thought this would be big enough, but it's not really, is it? All right, now let's just set this back down. Here we had it. Yeah.
But yeah, it is silly that it has that air gap. It should have been,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's very wobbly.
Well,
And you're not supposed to screw it on the bottom. So, I'm not really sure. Do you see what I mean?
yeah.
As far as the fit, it's fine.
Yeah, the size is perfect.
That's that. I wish I had the bigger one, but now I'm gonna have to do it with the blade. Let's see. One. It's already crimped. I have to crimp this one. This one. So it's doable. Right there. Okay. Everything Mo does is off the charts, right, baby?
Yes, baby.
And yes, I'm aware that they have a special tool to cut this, but we don't have it. So we're using the...
We use what we have,
using
which
the
is the
saw.
saw.
And it works. Just as long as I stay straight, I'll be all right. Okay. So that goes in there like that. It gets crimped after. Now I have to measure where to screw this. I mean, it's a little tricky because, but I need a pencil.
That's a very pleasant sound.
Yeah, we're getting close. Hopefully. Hopefully no leaks, right?
Yeah.
So it's done.
Yeah, the connections are complete.
Now we have to turn the water on.
other. This needs to be down, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
And then that hooks up from under here. That's one.
Yeah, I got a few band-aids.
You know how it is.
I'm not gonna put the shower head yet. I wanna just test it and see.
Yes.
Make sure there are no leaks. That's the main thing right now. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Do the handheld. Can you run them both at the same time?
No, I don't think.
Oh, you
Well, you
can.
could, like this. Yeah, if you adjust it like this.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's so exciting!
All right.
Oh,
Oh my goodness,
it's so
guys.
nice.
After a month, we finally have a shower.
It was so worth the wait, though. It's going to be amazing. I love the rain. I love the rain.
Look. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
You're first and I'm next.
nice.